So Ricky, the league season will be starting on Saturday, pre-season at an end. What's your thoughts about how pre-season's gone?
Yeah, I had a bit of a review of pre-season. Recently I think it's went well. Obviously I'm not just looking at the performance levels of the guys, but how the staff have worked, how I've worked, has it been efficient, what was our injury situation, what was our game time like, and I was quite pleased with the number of games I had. I kind of left a couple of dates open and filled them in kind of, rather than doing it 2 months ago, and filled them in nearer the time, which always gives you that scope to add the games. So in terms of loading and all that sort of thing, I was really happy. And the types of games I was relatively pleased with. I would have, it's quite, obviously East Kilbride, they get to play in the Premier Cup, so that obviously gives them a good test against really good high calibre opposition. I know some of the other teams have something I would like to do, but it wasn't that opportunity for this pre-season for just now. So all in all, I'm pretty happy where we're at, yeah.
First opposition, Gala Fairydean, the team you had a couple of decent results against last season. Do you know what to expect going into this weekend's game?
I've been trying to do my due diligence on them. I've got a fair idea what to expect, but you never know. I know you signed a couple of new players. I believe they've got a bit more of a budget as well, so that makes those additions a bit kind of easier. But they'll always prove a challenge. They were a good side. I know they finished down the league last year, but any team in the league, if you go in a run of games, that you can end up high up in the league or whatever. So I'm certainly not taking them lightly. We're looking forward to the game. Obviously, got a few injury concerns, 1 or 2, so hopefully that'll be okay in the next couple of days, so we can approach the game on Saturday positive.
And away from the sort of on the side football side of things, this week as well we got our draw for the Phoenix Cup.
Next up is going to be the Caledonian Braves, our first Scottish club, a truly global community club. When we have seen fan ownership around England, around Europe, as a way to connect the club with the territory, they have taken it to the next step, and their fan ownership is global and having around 400 owners, if I'm not mistaken, from everywhere in the world. US, Scotland, also France, so everywhere. It's the first truly global community club. They're going to be facing Venus Bucuresti. So it's a new age versus the tradition. One of the most titled Romanian club after Steaua, Rapid and Dinamo.
Listen, it's hard to, I always go see with these types of things, I always go back to when we started, years back, when this was just a kind of idea and we were, trying to get into the South of Scotland League and at that kind of particular point, and to think that we're going into a tournament, I know it's not the Champions League, but at the same time it's a great opportunity to showcase the club, showcase players, showcase everything what we're about as a club. So that's massively exciting for us. But the old adage, the old cliche is in place for a reason, which is we need to take care of Gala on Saturday, and I'll think about the games in Bucharest when the time comes.
And just to finish us off there as well, you've mentioned about all the work you've done in the past to get to the club where it is now, and for this first game of the season we have lots of new fans and owners coming in for the game. What's your message to them ahead of the season?
Just a big thank you for coming on board. I hope we entertain those people who have bought into the club. It's a journey, which means it's up hills, it's down hills, and people have probably got to accept that, but that's the exciting part of it. If it was all plain sailing, then there would be no excitement in that. So I'm so happy that the club's got to this level, and it's testament to the work obviously Chris and the guys have done behind the scenes to push the club that far. On the park, it's always a real challenge to try and get as many players of good quality you can. This year I feel that we've had a good recruitment drive in the summer. So for all the fans watching, I really hope we do their investment and their attention that they're giving us justice. So let's look forward to the season.
Right, thanks Ricky, and best of luck for the weekend.
Alright, cheers.
So Ross, season about to start this weekend. How do you reflect on pre-season? How do you think the lads have all settled in looking ahead to that first game?
It's been good, it's been tough. It doesn't get any easier. As you're getting older, the harder it gets, especially chasing some of the balls you run about. But it's been tough, but it's been good. the new boys have come in and settled really well. I think the trip at Aviemore certainly helped as well. But they're all good boys, and it's good that over the past couple of years, especially last year, there's a big turnover of players, so it's everybody trying to get to know each other. But this year it's only kind of 4, 5, 6 maybe even that's come in, so that's really helped as well.
And I mean, for yourself as well as a striker, you've got to be pretty excited by the proposition, having Zach back on your right hand side and Lennon behind Connor, the creativity around you, hopefully chip in for a few more goals for yourself.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously Reg has come in as well, who's a striker as well, but it's good. I think we were really good defensively last year. I think we had the 4th best defensive record, but maybe at the other side, scoring goals, so it's good to have loads of different options, and it also helps, you know, you'll have Aiden and Butsy and Cammy and Connor on the other side, Reg and myself for competition for places, which will certainly help. And the standard is certainly pre-season is kind of been up, and I think it's due to that.
And you briefly mentioned it there as well, but club captain, how important it is to the team that we were able to get that trip away as well. The first time, obviously, you've been with the Braves for a while, we were able to do something like that. Testament to all the investment coming into the club. How important is that to you and the lads, do you think?
No, definitely. It's something a bit different. I know the gaffer's been absolutely desperate to do it for years, and if he had his own way, it would have probably looked a bit different. But I think maybe a few of the boys weren't sure because it was abseiling and stuff, but I think everybody absolutely loved it. Good team bond, and obviously the Saturday night you get a couple of beers and stuff. It was good, but it is testament to all the owners and people kind of investing in the club, and you've got to see Chris as well at the same time, and the gaffer for making it happen, to be fair, but it was brilliant.
And finally as well, this week as well, we had our draw for the Phoenix trophies, so European trip to come up as well. Is that something you expected, and how do you think the boys are going to react? Chance to go out to Romania off to Bucharest?
We'd obviously heard about it. I don't know if anyone was convinced it was going to happen, to be perfectly honest, but me and John were at a call with a few of the owners and stuff on Monday. The boys are absolutely buzzing for it. I mean, obviously I'm at the wrong side of my career, but you don't get many people be able to say they've played in a European tournament, going abroad, playing games, Bucharest. The boys are buzzing for it.
Well, brilliant, and best of luck for the weekend, Ross.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Cheers.